Have you ever wondered how important a balanced diet is and what role eggs play in it? Well, eggs are more than just a breakfast staple. They're an affordable and versatile source of high-quality protein, packed with essential nutrients. They're a powerhouse of health benefits, suitable for everyone, including our seniors. They help prevent muscle loss, support immune function, and are one of the few natural sources of vitamin D, crucial for bone health. Now that you understand the role of eggs in a balanced diet, let's delve deeper into their health benefits. Eggs are not only a budget-friendly source of nutrition, but they also offer an array of health benefits. They're packed full of high-quality protein, a key player in preventing muscle loss, especially as we age. But the goodness doesn't stop there. Eggs are also brimming with essential amino acids that give our immune system a boost, keeping us fighting fit. And let's not forget about vitamin D and calcium, two nutrients that are critical for maintaining strong and healthy bones. Eggs are one of nature's few sources of these bone-building heroes. They also provide an array of B vitamins and choline, both of which are crucial for brain health. Moreover, eggs are a source of carotenoids like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are known to support eye health, an area of particular concern as we grow older. Plus, eggs are satiating, helping to keep hunger pangs at bay and assist with weight management. As you can see, eggs are a nutritional powerhouse, but remember, how you prepare them matters too. Preparing eggs in a healthy way is as important as including them in your diet. Consider boiling, poaching, or scrambling with olive oil to avoid excess fats. Pair your eggs with vegetables or other proteins for a balanced meal. So, next time you're thinking about what to eat, remember the incredible egg, but don't just keep this information to yourself. We all have a role to play in promoting healthier eating habits. Let's spread the word about the powerful benefits of eggs. By liking and sharing this video, you help others discover this affordable, versatile, and nutritious food source. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.